Wow, so much hate for Faye, huh? Ooh, I should have checked. It's gonna show up. There we go. Hey, Red Love. Wow, we are exactly on time, huh? Why are you reeing? Triple ping just to look at boobs? That's not so bad. What do we got? Alright, I'm gonna turn it on in just a moment. Let me just move this over so we can do this proper. Oh my god, is that Artster? Dude. You still play this game? LOL, no. Okay, well, it's nice to see you. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I figured you don't play. Faye has a hold on many? Ah, there's so many people who have quit in recent times. Alright, I'm downloading it right now. Sorry, I was having dinner. I try to have it as soon as I can, but yeah, it takes time to like heat up food. What do you mean, but not me? That's the only way to win this talk, to quit Faye. You're staring at a 1-minute ad? Welcome to the world of not having subs. Even though it's September. This is the 1 month that I'm not stingy at all when it comes to like subscribing. Though it's kind of funny with how they've increased sub prices. September is just normal prices like a couple years ago now. It's crazy. The heck? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, I haven't done my ether raid. Okay, sorry chat. We'll start in just a moment. I just want to have this... I want to have the game up so we can do comparisons and whatnot. Okay, yeah, but even though I don't play anymore, I have a friend that still does, and seeing all the new things is definitely an experience. Exactly. Having a friend that still does. Am I that friend? Oh my gosh. You know, being a streamer is so cruel. People don't consider you as a friend. Unbelievable. Yeah, ha 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 ha, wow. Wow, the worst. You're just entertainment, guys. You're just entertainment. You're just there for some cheap laughs. And when they're done with you, they just get disposed of. Okay, let me rush through this ether raid battle. Should be easy. Vampire eats all his friends. I eat you, Sothis. You seem delicious to me. Sorry, guys. I gotta... Sometimes I'm lazy about finishing Fae, so I put the Ether Raid battle up, and then I try to do it at work, but sometimes I just forget about doing it. So that's the current situation. I'm finishing up the Ether Raid battle real quick. And then we'll go. Okay, almost done. You couldn't eat me even if you tried. I'll eat you in my brain. By eating my brain. Okay, I won the battle. Alright, let's try that again. Taking you saying that with your name is so ironic. Who are you? Yeah, Tiki Tactician. Guys, what do you think of the name Tiki Tactician? Look, I'm not here to bully the man, but he always comes in here and says, "You Fae." But Tiki is a character in Fire Emblem, and Tactician is usually what you're the summoner, but like usually you're referred to as a tactician. So all he's doing is saying "you" to himself. It's really bad. All right, I think we're good to go. I want to open the game up, so if we did any comparisons, we have it available. So Tiki is basically Robin. I mean, that's how you would think of it as a Fae fan when it comes with a name like Tiki Tactician. No offense. No offense. Before we begin, a lot of you guys have really bad names. You know? Andre just changed his name from AS_12 to Dinar_119. That is not an improvement, my guy. Sophis474. Could you not figure out a way to put Soth as your name without the numbers? Artster900? I hate my 12-year-old self for giving me this. Yeah, but you're not 12 years old anymore. You can change that name. Ball Crusher 42069. I mean, I think your name is pretty humorous, but still. Don't be a meme. I just remember, and it's been a whole year since you started playing EK. Congrats. Thank you so much for reminding me it's been 1 year since I started playing EK. An experience. Rockman EXE 2030 230X. Can you write a name that people can actually remember? Spectrescape. Still terrible. Reminds me of Gardenscape. Really crappy mobile game. Aerosenin 789. Can't even spell correctly. Wait, that's not how you spell Senin, right? Like, I'm just double checking. All right, now that I've sufficiently burned many bridges, I think we're ready to go. I was just waiting for people to finish their ads and whatnot. King Nothing 344. How can you be the king of nothing when you have 344 behind it? It was 22OX for the year the game took place, but you wrote 230X. But I lost that account. Okay, well then just make a new name. Why would you try and salvage it and be that? Killer Mario 64? What are you, a creepypasta? Sigma Sensei? You have never been a Sigma or a Sensei. Eon can't say the word X. Okay, it's not the worst because I don't understand it. You know, it's better to be confused about a name than to think it's bad. Yoshiku, you're missing at least one vowel. Why would you knowingly choose to keep being insert name and then number? Yes, exactly. All right. Did I shit on everybody? Are we ready to go? Okay. One more. Adrian Leva, is that your real name? Change your name. I'm sorry, that's so bad. Exquisite Pain, CH dot. Just okay. I kind of like your name. It's just sad though, but I like your name. Datura Flower. Daturas are already flowers. So flower. Ooh, Royal Frontier. What if there's no frontier and you're not royal? Boom. Do your worst. Kit Ramern. I actually can't tell. Is that a real name? I'll say it this way: if I can't identify your name, I think it's probably for the best. There's a mystery to it when you don't understand something. It makes you want to talk to someone and get to know someone. Hartley's Emblem Caspar's here. Okay, I actually like your name. Heart Lies. I like your name. Very edgy, but I like it. Oh my god, the dizzy one!
I got the engage skill right too. I called it back when Marty.
Thank you so much. I like your name. Using ones to substitute. And it has some symmetry. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright, anyways, let's go. Let's start this. I'm done crapping on your names. J Vasquez underscore? It's not the worst thing to use an underscore. But man, somebody else took your name before you took your name. Boom. Second to your own name? That's sad. Roasted. Anderoon. Actually like your name, Anderoon. Can't roast that one. Names like that are much more memorable. When you have like letters and numbers in it, it's so much harder to remember. At least my name is Ninner. This is our Gacha game streamer. Okay, anyways, let's begin. No one should take anything I said seriously, even when you have a terrible username. Let's begin.
It's funny because I literally changed my name 2 weeks ago.
You did? What was it? A new emblem hero joins the game, and it is Sigurd.
If you are riding far, I will accompany you. You might arrive sooner with me at your side.
Chat. We all know he's going to be obscenely good, but he even looks at you with such pomp. He's literally looking down on you. Well, I'm looking forward to him ruining the game. And he already looks like a prick, so I guess all is good.
Rinka.
Oh! Wait, are you Raymond? Anyways, Sigurd, Lance, Cav, VA, Grant, George, artist Momo, Jerushi. I do like the art, but I hate how he like looks down on you. And have you guys ever noticed in Fire Emblem Heroes, there's an obsession from artists to keep having characters grab their cape? I don't know why. Do real noblemen just grab their cape like that? I don't know, man.
Leave it to me.
Wait, what happened? He got a buff prior to battle. Oh, it's an AoE. Oh boy, override. So his AoE is special AoE.
He's a JoJo and a stand.
He's a JoJo and a stand, I guess. That's the emblem thought. Hey, did the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure guys ever sue Fire Emblem Engage? Because I think they should. Anyways, he has Gallop. Unit can move 2 extra spaces. I mean, we always assumed he would move extra spaces, and here he is. I'll read everything in detail afterwards. But yeah, Override is a new AoE, and it is a perf AoE. It's at 3 cooldown, and attack, defense, excel makes perfect sense for a character moving so many spaces. He was there, now he's here, you explode, yeah. Fatal Smoke 4, oh, that's a progression. For those who don't remember, his Ledgering form came with Fatal Smoke 3. And Emblem Effect is boost special damage by number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiate combat. Oh, that goes so perfectly with Excel. And Kanto, oh my god, that's broken. Alright. Wait, and 1 extra turn movement? What the heck? This is crazy. Alright, he looks absurd. He is absurd. What am I saying? Wait, he just fires laser beam.
Let's fucking go.
You called this? Why would you call this? This is... Look, chat, I want to enjoy Fire Emblem Heroes, but every single banner, there's just so much power creep, it hurts. Because I just know all the heroes I have are further invalidated. Just one more hero that my heroes can't beat. Anyway, Sigurd has 41 HP, 64 attack, 37 speed, 47 defense, and 17 res. He is heavily min-maxed, and it's actually kind of nice for him to have a bit of speed.
Ready.
Wait, why did he get an extra turn? Is that an extra turn or an extra move?
To go.
It's an extra turn! No way. Isn't that too far? He already moves extra, and you're gonna give him an extra turn. And an AoE. AoEs are among the hardest specials to stop an entire game. Unless you're that guy who just got released. Claudio? I don't remember anymore. From Engage. Not Claudio. Claudio?
I'm so grateful.
You know, Mur still kicks my ass. Like, she can beat my entire team. I suppose it's getting close to a year, so might as well show her getting beat. Oh, Fulgado, my bad. Yeah. That's scary, man. Killing Mur is really hard. Ooh. Did you guys like that? That was ridiculous.
Extra movement and engage.
Yes. Well, they're following it, but this is way crazier. Guys, can he do this engage? Last time we did one of these banners, you guys basically lied to me. Fogado, people were telling me like it made perfect sense for him to stop stop specials. But in the actual engage game, he just took away some of your crit rate. That's not the same thing as denying specials. That's such a stretch. Currently, Sigurd in this game is going to AoE, get a kill, move fully, AoE, get another kill, and then retreat fully. This is like the ultimate hit and run character now.
Of course.
Getting extra actions? No, but having AoE, extra movement, and Kanto, yes. That sounds more right to me. The engage hero special gets powered up. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. Giving Kanto to anybody is nuts. And it says if unit's range goes 1, X goes 3, otherwise X goes 2. And it's not even bad Kanto, it's amazing Kanto. So these new emblem effects are crazily good. If you care about playing this game anywhere remotely competitive, you're going to have to pick them up. This is one of the best emblem effects ever. Like, I know Marth coming out and being number 1 was kind of crummy because most people just take the slaying effect, even though it's slaying plus, it has one more effect. But the slaying is the most important part. But like these new effects are so good. Damage and Kanto and unit can move 1 extra space. What? Ha! Do people still use Lumera?
Long have I waited.
No one uses Dragon Fang. Oh my god. Oh, that is sickening. You know, I really want him now. Okay.
Armor units now get extra move for arena thanks to Sig.
Yes, it's actually kind of terrifying. So heroes that need to be around allies at all times, unless they initiate, would love to have this emblem effect. Because they can now get a kill and then back off fully to allies. But look at that. Numera can't even move 3 spaces because she's infantry, sword infantry. But now on retreat she can move 3 spaces, and obviously on advance she can move 3 spaces. This is absurdly good. By the way, this takes away niches. You guys remember Brave Alm when he got his refine and everyone freaked out? Rest in peace.
Morning, X Sigurd.
There are a lot of combinations. I agree with that. I don't think it's immune to counter control. That'd be too broken.
The most important detail.
Yes. Why does he fire a laser?
He kills us with a laser beam instead of a staff.
Is it me, or do we get way too many Govegs? Guys, which hero in the past 12 months have been on more banners than anything else? Cause my money's on Goveg. And she's not even 1 year old yet. She came out last November. Which means in November she'll be re-ran. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, God. Oh, God, no. Okay. You gotta pull. Especially if you're someone like me who skipped Celica initially. Wow. Sigurd and Celica both
Oh, yeah,
blue.
actually.
Haha. Yeah, that's insane. Okay. That got interesting. We'll talk about it in detail. But man, that blue is massively cracked. If you care about the game, you gotta pull now. No. Okay, so let's start with the big question. Can we stop this Sigurd from being ridiculous? So, would Counter Control work? I think Counter Control will absolutely work.
We've gotten more Lear than Snake Tits.
More Lear? Have we? Someone can fact check that. I'm pretty sure we have more Govegs than anything else at this point. But really quickly, let's get to the important part, because how do we stop this? Not just fighting him, but like how do we stop the Canos? Immediately, Counter Control should still work, because this is still a normal Canto, even though it's now embedded in the special. And it should still work for things like It's been a while since anyone even has ever even talked about this skill, but stall. Stall should work. Stall was the original way to really stop the Sigurds, and I suppose it'll make a comeback here. But outside of that, it's still really hard to deal with.
Counters him and she's F2P.
Okay, we'll get to that, but again, guys, I get it. I'm not saying any hero is invincible. I never mean that when we say a hero is scary. However, just because you have one option to counter isn't necessarily good enough, because in many modes, for example, Arena Assault or Summer Duels, right? You only have said counter 1, 2, maybe a couple times, but your opponent has much more flexibility and you have much more to cover for, right? So yeah, I suppose there are heroes out there that you can handle this, but it's never a good idea to like write off a hero just because they can be countered or there is accessible counter. With that said though, it's better to have an accessible counter than no counter. Anyways, but that's not the point, because even if you can survive and you can beat him, the part that makes Sigurd so scary is so simple. His AoE is insane. It's a massive AoE. Look at that. This, can we say, he is now the best AoE hero in the entire game. His threat range is insane. His AoE range is insane. And his ability to drop you down to 1 HP is so significant. Which means to say, even if you have a counter and you can kill Sigurd, it might not even matter because everyone's at 1 HP now. So even if he does die, you would still be in trouble. You now have a lot more to manage and a lot more to worry about. Yeah, he's a giant nuke. This is so much more terrifying than base Sigurd because of the extra movement and the bigger and scarier special. AoEs are much better than any normal special because they're so much harder to counter. Unless you're Fogato or like from Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. Why am I blanking out on names? Lucia. There you go. Anyways, but yeah, this is a hero that you're happy to trade with. Even if he dies, you probably just caused a situation where you're going to win. So yeah, he will force people to not bunch up, because if you bunch up, he'll AoE your entire team, and even if he dies, you might still lose the entire fight because you can't take a hit anymore. And he's really hard to avoid. So to play around Sigurd is incredibly difficult.
He's horribly say weak. He is strong, but with saves coming back, and ball 4 he kinda gets kneecapped all, so don't forget counter control is very common.
I think you're dismissing him way too easily. Remember, it doesn't matter if he dies, the AoE still triggers. The only real way to stop a character like this is to take away his AoE, which is not realistic. I think you're thinking about it too directly in a one-on-one situation. In most game modes, say even if you have a Saber unit and you managed to tank his hit, well, you just got everybody hit because the Saber unit has to be within 2 spaces. So your entire team is now dropped to 1 HP. So yeah, even if you won that fight, you're not going to win all the other fights because no one can take a hit anymore. Like, it doesn't matter if he loses. It doesn't matter if he doesn't get a kill himself. The idea of an AoE nuke is twofold. Okay. Does Breath of Life work?
Invalidates the air.
Guys, does Breath of Life work? Because he comes with Fatal Smoke 4. I've never seen this interaction yet, so I don't know. Yes, he charges the AoE before he attacks, right? Because from what I can tell, BLL shouldn't stop this. It should just perfectly go through it. BL cuts it in half. Huh. So, if we count it as... So you'll have a handful of HP then.
Breath of Life is gimped if you lose the defense check, and Fatal Smoke 4 halves the healing.
Okay, so there's 2 problems with that solution, and it's not a clear solution. Breath of Life will heal minimum because he seems to have high defense. Okay, so there you go. Then it's not a solution. I feel like... Okay, I mean, if you disagree, you disagree. That's fine. The character's not out yet. Everyone's free to have their opinions. You shouldn't disagree too hard with people when there's no... Like, no one's using this character yet. We don't know for sure. But to dismiss the character just because Breath of Life 4 exists, just because Savior exists, I think is foolish. Fatal Smoke 4 is here for a reason, and even if you survive the battle against him, even if you have some level of HP, there's a massive difference of having like 40 plus HP to 12 or 10 or whatever, you know? Like, it's a huge difference. It might not be 1, which means you might be able to survive some hits, but it's still very unlikely at that point to survive hits. So again, this is still a really easy to use character with a lot of value that's really inherent. You just throw him in, and he's always threatening. So in something like Summer Duels, in something like Ether Raids, you always have to keep him in mind, and even if you beat him, you might still not win the fight. So, alright. Anyways, we'll know for sure in coming days, but I absolutely see the value of this hero. And even it summarizes, destroys foes of AoE special and can take another action. And the thing is, we're talking about with counters. Breath of Life 4, it's more common, but not everyone has it. And while Saber units that tank do exist, I'm not sure if the majority of them can take him, because he actually beat Myrrh pretty easily. And Myrrh, in my opinion, is one of the best Savior heroes in the entire game. And he won that fight quite easily. And the thing is, if you make the bet and you're wrong, you just lost. Because that hero is dead, and he now gets another action with another AoE, and then that means another hero is dead. And this is going to be a common hero, because his emblem effect is so good. So again, I feel like dismissing him just because you can see some ways to play around him wouldn't be a good idea, because there's a lot... This is the kind of character that really forces you to think about them. I would say this is up to the level of like Celica. And I know Celica is not necessarily the scariest hero anymore. It's been a couple of months and the power group in this game is insane. But Celica's a hero that if she's on the field, you have to think about her because of her movement. And she trades really, really well. And I think that's exactly what Sigurd is too.
Yeah, it works. I'm just saying he has a lot of weaknesses. I agree he's strong, but he can easily lose the def check the saves. He's great to pick characters off, but he has to be very particular about it. Also, Ball 4 cuts the Fatal Smoke in half. But also Myrrh is a far save, so it wasn't a good showcase.
No, you can't say Myrrh's not a good showcase. Myrrh is perfectly capable of being a close save hero. Let me bring it up just so we can be clear about it. Oh, the heck? One sec, let me adjust that.
I think what makes Sigurd scary is that, even if his direct combat can be overcome, with how much the game has, his special being AI alone, and the ring, he's a secret support, and we know how good supports are.
Yes. Absolutely, I agree with that. Again, I know some of you guys are whales, and therefore you have a lot of counter options, but for the average player, they don't have these options, right? The ability... Chat, in terms of all Savior heroes in the entire game, where would you rank Myrrh? Top 10? Top 5? Top 3? Because I'll tell you easily where I have her. She's top 3. Not just because she's really good as a savior, but because she's extra utility in her way of denying space. But yeah, she does not have to be a far save hero. The unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range. She has DC built in. If foe initiates combat or foe's HP 75% or above at start combat, grants attack plus X to unit, inflicts attack minus X. Grants special cooldown charge plus 1, restores HP, foe initiates combat or foe's HP 75% or above, There's nothing here that demands her to be a far save hero. She does not. Defense Red Scowl can be used far save or close save. Warrior Fighter, far save or close save. Sorry, Canny Fighter, far save or close save. It doesn't really change anything. And yeah. You can, obviously. She's meant to be a far save hero, but like, to say she's not a good example of a hero up close that tanks is incorrect.
And like I said, Marnie is F2P in the high scoring unit currently, and there's no way he's getting through that bomb prick.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna repeat myself if I keep talking about this, but yes, Marnie is really good. No, I don't think counting Marnie as a definite counter is a realistic option anyways. But okay. Even if she wins the fight, you took AoE damage. You're usually not allowed to run two kinds of saviors. He's a physical attacker. Marnie does close save. Okay. Who's going to handle the far save? Because you might not be able to deploy it, depending on the mode. Or, even if you do deploy it, they might now be at 1 HP, and the ranged heroes now kill them. I think you're just writing him off way too easily. He's not even out. Give the character a chance to breathe, my god.
You need Shield Fighter for Marnie to survive this. But Shield Fighter doesn't score well in Arena if you are not 2-0 F-Yorm, cause generic defensive specials score very low.
Okay, for sure, still top 5. Fjorm, Mur, Byleth. Okay. The point I was trying to get across was, no, you wouldn't use her as a close save. I guess you could, but you wouldn't really ever want to do that. But to say she's not a good example of what a saver hero could be, because she still works. She does the only thing. What is she even losing when it's a range attack? To beat Mur is not easy. I know this very well because I've gone like Marth, Brave, not Brave. No, it is Brave. Brave Marth plus 10.
I said he's strong, but he's not broken. He has counters. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. God, you're like baiting me right now. We are getting one guide. Guys, if a hero like this doesn't count as broken, what counts as broken? I'm genuinely confused now. If this doesn't count, what counts? Everything should have counters. Everything has counters. It's 2024. This game's been around for 7 years. Every hero, no matter how scary, has had counters. So just because they have counters, we're gonna say not broken? But you realize, of everything I said, this is so hard to counter. How do you deny AoEs? It's either Lucia or Fogato. That's 2 heroes out of like 1100 heroes. Or you somehow pulse smoke him, which with a range of 5, I don't know how you're gonna get on top of him first. And even if you don't die from the AoE and you kill him, you just got splashed by AoE, because his AoE is 3x3, and a savior hero has to be within 2 spaces, so virtually your entire team just got splashed. And even if he dies, which in that situation, you still have to deal with the aftermath. So again, and then Breath of Life isn't a true counter, because the entire idea of having a C slot is to have that, and with his high defense, it doesn't make it. It's not a true counter. You're just mitigating the effects, but it's still very much there, and you still have to very much worry about it. And again, high movement means you always have to worry about him in various modes, and even if we have a counter, Mur is still, in my opinion, a top 3 savior, and he wins that fight easily. So if a top 3 savior hero, even though she's meant to be far saved, but most of her abilities, if not all her abilities, still work up close. Yeah, I don't know, like, what other hero is supposed to do well here. So yeah, I mean, I'm well aware, like, even back in the day when we had Fallen Edelgard be a super scary hero, I could easily name 10 counters towards her. I personally used Young Marth to counter her. Some guy on Reddit argued to use, what's his name again? The guy from Shadows of Valentia, Green Mage, and no one ever cares about him anymore. Bowie. Someone argued using Bowie to counter Edelgard and did the math, and it barely worked, but it worked, right? But obviously we could all agree back then, Fallen Edelgard's broken. Now, she's not, but like, even back then. But the point is, like, you can't just look at a hero, see counters, and just say, not broken, because then, nope, nothing's broken. Even if we go back to, like, Emblem Ike. Is Emblem Ike broken? Hell yeah, he was broken, and I still think he's really broken. Just because there's, like, what, 10 heroes, 20 heroes in the game that can beat him now? Instead of, you know, 5? That's still scary, because with a game of, like, 1100 plus heroes, that's less than 1%. Less than 1 it's a fraction of a percentage of heroes that can deal with it. But yeah, I hate arguments like that because this is the exact arguments we had in year 1 of Fire Emblem Heroes. In 2017, if Reinhardt could kill the hero, people would say that's not broken because everyone has access to Reinhardt. He's free to play, and if Reinhardt can kill it, it's therefore not broken. But that was always a terrible argument because even if it was true, you can't just keep deploying the same character, and depending on the mode, you can't even deploy the character. Anyways, I'm gonna try to stop getting one guide here. I get that not everyone sees things the way I do, which is perfectly fine. But to dismiss a character that's not even out yet, when his promise and his advantage and what he's capable of is so clear, I don't think that that's something people should do. Is Faye once again ruined by a new unit? This is another hero. So, for example, if you guys are a whale, it'll be easy to figure out counters. But let me point this out to you guys. I am not a whale, and despite having spent money in the game, majority of characters that I have would struggle with this instance. It would not be easy to beat him. And while he has very low res, because of his 5 movement spaces, it's really hard to be the one initiating on him. So he mitigates his biggest weakness, which is his res. And so, again, if we can tank the hit, we still take damage out of it. And if he wins that fight, then you just lost because you killed 2 heroes. So I think in terms of heroes in the game nowadays, this is among the scariest heroes. And it's going to be a pain in the ass for people to deal with this. Even back in the day when, Legendary Sigurd first came out, and he was really scary and really annoying, there were counters, but even then, no, it seriously reminds me of the original Sigurd release, right? Even if you kill Sigurd, and he didn't kill your tank, whatever, you might have still lost the game, and that's what I feel like is going to happen here. Anyways, let's break down here. Yeah, if he cripples your team, you don't necessarily still win the fight. You can still lose. Yeah, it's 5 movement mono. That's why I think he's broken. Let me be clear. Broken does not mean unbeatable. Broken does not mean best hero in the game. Alright? Can we just be clear here? I just feel like people like to argue about these words when it misses the point. They're not invincible. These heroes aren't invincible. But if there is something that you always have to worry about, there's something that you always have to keep in mind to counter, then that is the idea of broken. Okay, Holy War Spear, Candle 3, which is insane. Wow. This guy is like the ultimate hit and run hero too, which is the other thing about him. Wait a second, I just realized. This is a must pull. Not just because of his kit, not just because of his emblem effect, not just because of his AoE, but because of auto battles, right? It's not even just for ether raids, not for summary duels, auto battles. Can't he just always go in, get 2 kills, then retreat? Could you not just auto battle a lot of the top tier content in this game after you get a copy of him? Now, I'm not going to say it's going to happen in every battle, but something like Tempest Trials. Could he not just clear Tempest Trials by himself? Because he just gets 2 kills, backs off. Like, how are you supposed to chase him down? And he has healing. So, even if he does take damage somehow, he'll just eventually heal back up. Like, he's such a top tier auto battle hero. Anyways, at start of turn, grants Gallop to unit. Unit can move 2 extra spaces, which is insane. So he has a threat range of 5, which means he matches the range of a Mage Cab, which is the highest range in the entire game thus far. If unit chases combat, which is crazy because this game is not designed as a full-on farm game with a full-on map. So the range is so big. If unit chases combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, it grants bonus to units' attack, speed, defense, res equals 5 plus number of foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3. Maximum 14 deals damage equals 20% of unit's defense. Very nice. A lot of extra scaling towards stats and damage, including when dealing damage with a special trigger before combat, and it works for AoEs, of course. And reduces the percentage of foes' non-special reduced damage by X%, scales by 50% during combat. So even if you survive the fight with a handful of HP, he could still kill you because your damage reduction is not working fully, unless you have the true damage reduction, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. That weapon is actually very concise and very, very clean. He doesn't really have a lot of things in terms of survivability, but I don't think it really matters. Because with a movement range of 5, you shouldn't really get the drop on him. Anyways, Override. If unit special is ready before combat, this unit initiates... Bleh. Before combat, this unit initiates foes in the area near target take damage equal to 1.5x. I think this is the best AoE in the entire game. Lower cooldown, still 1.5x damage. Huge coverage. When unit deals damage equals 2 to 2 or more foes at the same time using a special, grants another action to unit after combat. Isn't that basically just guaranteed? As it's basically saying, as long as you just don't nuke one enemy hero, you got another turn. So in like ether raids, in like summoner duels, how do you not hit multiple heroes unless you only have like one hero left, you know? So that's basically guaranteed in my eyes. If unit or foe special is ready or triggered before or during this combat, uses damage from foe's next attack by 40% during combat. Okay, for a moment there, I thought he would have no resistance to surviving battles. But Override is absolutely broken. Extra action, 1.5x damage, lower cooldown, AoE, and then a little bit of survivability built into it, which goes a long way once you pair with attack defense Excel, which everyone knows what it does. Excel skills make crazy, makes very thin units very survivable. I still remember losing my mind when my dual Corrin could not kill a dual Sharina, which was insane. But that's how good Excel is. Momentum 4. If unit or foe initiates combat after moving to a different space, inflicts attack defense -4 on foe. Unit makes a guaranteed fall attack. Nice. And deals damage during combat equals the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat times 4. That is perfect synergy with his A, his B, and A-B emblem effects and his weapon. Perfect synergy. Equals the number of spaces from start position to end position of whoever initiated combat times 4, maximum 20. So he could easily get 20. And if unit shoots combat after moving to a different space, triggers the following effects depending on unit's equipped special. If unit has an AoE special equipped, grants special cooldown count -X to unit before combat. Special triggers before combat. Oh, so this is how he gets his AoE immediately. Oh god, which means a lot of other heroes can get their AoEs immediately now. Ugh. Because you can just go momentum 4 AoE with like Marth's emblem ring, right? Like there are ways to make this work. Anyways. If unit has a special that triggers when unit attacks, grant special cooldown count -X units before unit's first attack during combat. And you can potentially loop it? Okay. Anyways, Figure Smoke 4 is really good. I think everyone knows what it does. This skill is weird. Sometimes it looks like it's not useful at all, and sometimes it's the most useful thing in the entire game. It goes up and down in terms of usefulness. Like, for example, it was really good against Maria. Fallen Maria, and then when Maria was no longer valid, no one really cared. But I guess now it's gonna make a comeback with Breath of Life 4 being everywhere, so yeah. Anyways, the emblem effect we already talked about was really good. Boosts special damage, enables Kanto, and unit can move 1 extra space. These new emblem effects are supercharged. Yeah, so really quickly, Sigurd by himself is already really annoying, but if you think about the idea of what you can do with this, like Felix with this emblem, insane. There are a lot of heroes that would really like the emblem ring. So, in my opinion, and I know you guys might argue he's not broken. In my opinion, he's broken. In my opinion, this is a must pull. If you disagree, do let me know why. It's perfectly fine. You could just say you don't like Sigurd, and that's fine with me. But I feel like for the average Fae player, there's just so much value in this hero. And when you look at the banner, and you realize Celica's on the banner as well, I don't even have one Celica. I'm pulling. I don't have a choice but to pull. Because Celica would make my life so much easier and allow me to do summer duels, ether raids so much easier. And then you add in Sigurd as well. I feel like at that point, you're competitive. But yeah, this, in my eyes, is as good as the best emblem hero released thus far, which is Celica. I think this is Celica level of emblem rings, emblem characters and emblem rings. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I think this banner is a must pull. Blue is obviously your strongest color.
His ring is gonna be on Winter Edel everywhere.
Yes, exactly. Here's the problem with this character. Even if you have counters to him, people are gonna pull him just so they can make crazy combinations of other heroes. So I really think this is a must go. You have to go for this. Now, in terms of colors, guys, blue's number 1, obviously. Oh god, is there a weak color? Is green the weakest color? Guys, what's the weakest color? Red? But Marth is not useless. Yuri's... It might be red, but red is still quite good.
Knowing how good all the other Sigurds came at their times, this is the latest broken Sigurd.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out. Year after year, every time Sigurd releases, they've been broken. Every single Sigurd. Even base Sigurd, once he got his refine, was absolutely broken. And even before the refine, for a time, he was dominant. So, yeah, don't count him out, especially a Sigurd.
Sigurd and Celica rings on your arena team would go hard. Celica ring on Duo Lion, and Sigurd ring on Veronica. Depending on how things go, I might fund you a spark for Shadow Shift fodder to give to your Vero.
Sugma.
Colorless.
Colorless might be the weakest, fine. But I really like Veil. I still think Goveg is really good. But yeah, in my opinion, there's no weak color. I think they're all at least sufficient value. Yes, there's, in terms of like weakest color of this bunch, yeah, that absolutely exists. It's probably colorless, or you can even argue red, but you know, Emblem Hero probably gives them the edge. But yeah, it's blue, greens at the top. And yeah, highly recommend this banner. Anyways, can I just mention something funny, guys? Sugma is thinking of funding me to spark for Shadow Shift fodder to give to Veronica. I just want to point this out. If I quit Fire Emblem Heroes before the end of this year, it will be because of Sugma. Guys, you know I like Fire Emblem Heroes. I have problems with Fire Emblem Heroes, absolutely. But I still enjoy the game, fundamentally. I remember just this Monday, so a couple days ago, I was playing through Arena, and I felt, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I hadn't felt that way for a long time. Long time. But it felt fun because I had Dual Leon, and I can finally stop the bullshit and actually win some fights. Because prior to that, I was just losing everything. Anyways, so it's not like I'm not capable of having fun. But there's one guy who hounds me on everything. So I could be playing Nikke, and this guy's like, are you gonna check out the Fey notification? Or I could be like in the middle of saying like I'm really disappointed and sad about something, and he's just like, and he'll just bring up Fey. And I remember on like Tuesday, I was like, does anyone know what's gonna? I feel like I'm missing something, and this guy, it was Sunday. I feel like I'm missing something, and this guy's like, the Fey trailer's on Wednesday, even though that has nothing to do with Sunday. So, thank you, Sugma. I appreciate it. It would go a long way in me not quitting this game because of you. But I do want to point out, you could do more just by not revolving all my streams around Fey. Thank you. Alright. Let me put on a poll for you guys real quick, and then let's bring in the guys and talk about it. Sigurd plus Celica ring goes unplayable. I mean, you guys are already figuring out combinations, right? So, like, I already think Felix with this ring's really good.
Duo Shirana with Sig ring is gonna make my R team evil lol.
Yes. There's some crazy combos you can make happen in this. Ascended Micaiah is broken, so green is second. Yeah, that Micaiah is really good. Her cleanse ability is really annoying. I mean, green still has super high value because C3 merges still help her use her shutdown effect in AR. You still like her enough to use her.
This isn't meant to discount Sigurd at all, but imagine the funny scenario where a Nurgle steals his gallop and now everyone else can move 2 extra low.
Funny if you didn't mention that, Chimo. That actually happened to me. Well, not with Sigurd. I was using Yuri. Because Yuri was a bonus hero recently. And Nurgle stole his extra movement. And I actually lost that fight because everybody moved 1 extra space. And I was just like, what the hell? So yeah, with Gallop in 2 spaces, it'll just get even crazier. Alright. By the way, I'm not calling anyone out, and it's just a general notice. you guys are free to like debate me or disagree with my opinions and whatnot, but please be reasonable. That's all I ask, right? In this case, the hero isn't even out yet, so there's a lot of chances to be wrong about something because we can't actually test the character out ourselves. So I know we're in the day and age where everyone wants to be the first to say something, right? The first to say, I told you so, right? The first to say, I knew that. The first to say, you know, like, whatever. But there's no need for it. There's no need for it at all.
In SDR, I stole Embla's move with Nurg and they quit.
Embla's movement of Nurgle and they quit? What the hell? That's kind of ridiculous. By the way, last week we had with the new banner, we had a disagreement because I said Nurgle, tanking Nurgle and I grin back to back made Fogado ridiculously strong, and then we had a disagreement over that too. Like, come on. Anyways, I want to stop getting one guide. Okay, the voting is done. How hype are you for Emblem Sigurd? It is official. You guys are 5 stars hype. That makes perfect sense. It is another Sigurd in a long line of broken Sigurds. There has never been a Sigurd where you don't have to worry about, and I guess it continues. So, in my books, this is right up there with Celica and a hero that breaks the game, because this is so hard to avoid. Can you imagine fighting a team with Sigurd, Felix, and Celica, like in Aether Raid's defense? What are you even supposed to do? Because if Sigurd goes in, AoEs, drops in 1 HP, and if Felix goes in, gets the kill, then gets another action. Right? Like, it's crazy. Dual Sigurd was broken. If you guys remember, he was the first Cav range refresher, which created a bunch of interesting rally traps and refresh traps. He was really scary back in the day in Aether Raid's defense. Anyways, that's that. Every Emblem hero breaks the game. It's basically guaranteed by this point. Yes, Felly. You quit a good time. Yes, the Dancer traps back in the day. Dancer that had repo in the dual skill, it was terrifying. Yeah, that's why it's really easy to have revisionist history now because so much time has passed. But you should never disregard the scary heroes from the past. Dancers are definitely enable stupid strats in AR, yeah. I feel like nowadays if you say even a hero that's not that old, does anyone remind me how old Emblem Ike is? Even with heroes that are not that old, if you just say they're broken or whatnot, people will fight you on that. I feel like the power creep in this game has gone to the point where we don't even have a good grasp. Oh, ignore that sound. I don't know what that sound is. I don't know what that sound is. One sec. I totally didn't open another game. Damn it, man. I forgot to use all my endurance. Sorry, guys. It's almost reset. Let me handle this real quick. I don't know if you guys have been playing Sword of Convalaria. It's one of the reasons why I'm a lot more relaxed with Fire Emblem Heroes nowadays. Because even if Faye is going to be ridiculously... Even if Faye is going to be ridiculous, there's another SRPG out right now that's well worth your time and effort. I hear even other, like, Faye content creators have been playing it. Which makes sense, because if you like SRPGs, this is the best one I've seen since Langrisser Mobile. Anyways, yeah, reset is in... how much time? 6 minutes, so... yeah, I'm just going to do that in the background. And it has auto battle and sweeps without paying for it. Whereas in Fire Emblem Heroes, yeah. No, I stopped playing SOC. That's fine. Who would you build El Veronica with an updated kit? How would you build Legend of Veronica with an updated kit? So for me, it would have to be Flared Sparrow A slot. I was going to go with
Unicorn Overlord sold 1 million copies BTW.
Yes. I was going to make a video about that, or talk about it on stream. We might still talk about it on stream. Unicorn Overlord? Guys, let me ask you guys, just frankly, which game do you think will sell more? Unicorn Overlord or Fire Emblem Engage? Let's try that again. Which game do you think is a better game, Unicorn Overlord or Fire Emblem Engage? Because I really feel bad that so many people are Engage stands that they don't realize that when it comes to SRPGs, oof, even in recent years, they've been releasing some really good ones. Like, my favorite SRPG of recent years is Project Triangle Strategy. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah, for Veronica. I would have, so, my Veronica build was, what's Unicorn Overlords? It's, I'll bring up the article if you want. It's a game on the Switch. It's also on PC now. It's really fun. It's like Fire Emblem levels of decision making, if that makes sense to people. Wait, Unicorn Overlord isn't PS5 only? It's Switch and PS5, right? Alright, one sec. Yeah, it's on Switch, yeah. Alright, one sec, almost done. Since Odin Sphere? Odin Sphere is another great game. It's not the same game, but it's another great game.
I love both, but Unicorn Overlord always sounded like a glam rock band.
You know what Unicorn reminds me of? I'm a Gundam fan, so Gundam Unicorn's one of my favorites. Reminds me of that. Alright, sorry guys, I'm just wrapping this up. It will come out on PC. It's one of those deals where it's console exclusive for like a year or two. Yeah, you'll have to wait, but that's the price for not buying a PS5. You guys notice the PS5 has no exclusive anymore? By the way, I was supposed to release a video on the PS5. We shot it and everything, I just haven't edited it yet. But the PS5 Pro is such a ripoff. I don't see any reason to buy that thing. It is not even twice as powerful as the PS5 Basic. The PS5 Pro doesn't make any sense in my books. And you have to buy the disc.
You have good taste in Gundam.
Thanks. I love Gundam. I actually want to play some Gundam games on stream sometime. If I get the time to. Alright, one sec. What the hell? Alright, there you go. I think I'm done with the dailies. Perfect. Yes, yes.
Before stream one.
Yes, yes. If I could ever afford it, I would do it. If I can afford it, I would do it. That's a great game. I've been watching other streamers play it too. And I've been watching people play Gundam Breaker since 2? It's been a while now. Alright guys, sorry. I think I'm good. Alright. God, I hope Unicorn Overlord gets some DLC later. They're not Nintendo. They should be smart enough to realize the huge opportunity I'm making money. But yeah, for context's sake, Unicorn Overlord is still selling. Unlike Engage. And Engage only has a lead of, what, 500,000? It's not a very big lead. So I think Unicorn Overlord by end of lifetime will outsell Engage, which is a big, big deal because Unicorn Overlord is our original IP, even if its studio was, wasn't new and has a certain style to their games. So there's some like connection to having fans. It's like Hoyoverse releasing a new game, even though it's a completely different genre of no direct connections. People will still check it out because they like the studio, right? So it's like that. But it's still not as impactful as having like a distinct IP like Fire Emblem. So for it to even hit 1 million copies and being such a niche style of game, SRPG, is significant. But yeah, I think it will outsell Engage, because I think it's a better game than Engage. Anyways, I think they'll release DLC. It'd be kind of ridiculous if they don't. I actually enjoyed Overlord, but no way will it actually get more sales than Engage. It is great for a game that sold over 1 million copies though. Before they stopped reporting official numbers, Engage was at 1.61 million. Like, it likely got to 2 million at some point. I highly doubt it got to 2 million. If they got to 2 million, they would announce it. The reason why they would announce that 2 million is if they get to 2 million, Engage would go to top... No, actually, it might not change where it places. I think Engage is 5th highest selling Fire Emblem game of all time. It might go up to 4th, but it sounds a lot better to be at half. Not even half. At least sounds like half. 3 Houses sold over what, 4.5 million copies, somewhere around there, and then Engage is like at 1.6. But Engage doesn't sell physical copies anymore, and the game generally has like 0 hype at this point. Unless you play Fire Emblem Heroes, in which case CYL is what people think. CYL, people think a swoop's coming or something. But no, I have more hope and faith in Unicorn Overlord, because it released on March 8th, 2024. So it's not even 1 year yet. It's only 6 months in. And no, you can't just double... I understand, you can't just double the sales, but Unicorn Overlord has more staying power than Engage. The majority of Engage sales were right at launch. It almost had no sales following it, which is why they stopped selling physical copies, stopped printing copies of it at all. But yeah, Unicorn Overlord at just over 6 months already reached 1 million. Whereas when Engage made that reporting, it was nearly a year. I think there's a good chance, but of course, free to disagree. They told the story they wanted to tell. DLC is not necessarily story to tell, though. Okay, I mean, we'll see. I think it would be silly for them to do that, because this game was a much bigger success than anyone expected out of it. I didn't even... Like, I liked the game, and even then I didn't think it'd make a big impact. Soul Fighter T, I have Engaged, so I haven't played it. Yeah. Alright, anyways, I think we're ready to talk it over with the guys. Let me catch up real quick. Do you plan to play Unicorn at some point? I wanted to play it ever since it first released. For those who don't know, Vanillaware has a very distinct art style, and I've always been a fan of their games ever since the Vita. So they made games like Odin Sphere, Muramasa the Demon Blade on the Wii. That game is legendary. Dragon's Crown on PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita. 13 Sentinels, which is a great game on the PS4 originally, and it's on Switch. I almost bought that. I almost bought it for the Switch until I realized, wait, it's also on PS4, and I own a PS4. But yeah, I think they make great games, and their art style is so distinct. So I like the developer, so I wanted to. I don't know, if there's interest in it, maybe I'll get to play it one day. Nintendo better release the Switch 2 and a new FE mainline should be the first in line. Yeah, I want to make a video about, or do a stream about the Switch 2. I've been hearing so many rumors about the Switch 2. Some of them are obviously going to be true, and a lot of them are obviously going to be fake. But it's really interesting to see like Nintendo's thought process, or at least glimpses of it, their thought process. Alright, let's see. I'm going to catch up with the chat and we're going to talk over the guys. So Bree Crom with Engaged Sigurd makes a pretty solid team. Yeah, the Crom, especially with Refine,
They
makes a
definitely
great
have
combo.
a franchise on their hands. They have a lot of fans now thanks to you.
So here's the problem. They did really well with other games in their past, and they never made a franchise out of them. Chat, can you name me one franchise from Vanillaware? Because all their games seem very separated. Even if it's like I believe, a continuation off the lore or history, they don't play the same style of games. I really hope they do continue Unicorn Overlord, because I feel like SRPGs are making a comeback, especially in 2024, and the last 4 years, I really think SRPGs are making a comeback. But yeah. Shao Shift plus Sigurd Ring opens up high scoring repo and arena, which is strong AF. Yeah. I feel like there's no really bad unit here. Agreed. Ascendant Micaiah is broken, so green is second. Sure. I think we should give Thornier a shout out. I didn't even really respond to him. There you go. If you guys like bottoms, check out Thornier. Every time I watch him play Overwatch. what was I saying? Every time I watch him play Overwatch, he loses, so that might be fun for some people. I still use Seether all the time. Okay, well, I'm glad for you. I can't use Seether anymore. I mean, I try to when score makes sense, but I don't really go out of my way to use her. I like SOC, but honestly, it's starting to actually get more controversy than Faye amongst the community. People be tweaked over leaks. I don't know why this community is so loud. I don't really think the SOC community is very big, but they've been very loud, and not the good kind of loud as of late. There's just drama and drama and drama. I don't understand why. Like, have you guys ever watched the news and seen something and just be like, oh well, what's the big deal? That's usually how I feel about these things.
Kuma Tanishi, right? Is that the only one?
Is it? Because Kuma Tanshi. That was so long ago. How long ago was that? But yeah, they don't really do that, which is okay, but I hope they don't. I got myself to 321 in EK, but why? I don't know why. You're supposed to be saving till they added 2 new extra chapters before opening Cordas, remember? I hope you can push a lot then. Man, this is a fun banner. You know, guys, I agree with Jason Doc. That's actually a really good take. Hey, are you guys upset that we just got a really broken Sigurd? Because I feel like people aren't upset. Usually I'm upset. Like, this guy is gonna pulverize my ass. Okay, I can word that better. He's gonna kick my butt. A lot. He's gonna be everywhere. Like, when I do tier 21 arena, there are gonna be plus 10 Sigurds running around everywhere. Or when we do ether raids or summoner duels, he's gonna be everywhere. But I'm not that upset about it, because I feel like it's Sigurd, and you're just kind of used to Sigurd being broken, and it's easier to accept. All right, am I caught up? I think I am. 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim was good? Yes. I really want to play that game on stream someday. You expect it now,
Being honest,
so no one really cares
a
anymore.
lot of the units do the same thing, which is kill. I think it helps
guess
they try
so.
doing or adding something new instead of doing relatively the same things other units around them do.
Yeah, you know what? It's also because he's a fresher concept. He's the first hero to move 5 spaces. Like, truly move 5 spaces. I heard Sang's getting his ass pulverized. Thanks a lot. Why'd you hear that of all things? The new unit is broken, unfun. What a surprise. Well, actually, I think he'll be fun, which is why I am more okay with this one. I love getting a new flavor of the month power creep. I'm trying to be more positive about my trailer reactions. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this up, because there are some heroes that get released are just so disgusting and you don't know what to do about. For example, has anyone fought the new Tamara yet? Because some of these heroes that they release, like, as mentioned, Sigurd isn't invincible. You can beat Sigurd. He'll still cripple your team, but you can at least beat him. Like, you can see how to beat him. It's still going to be really annoying, but at least you can see a solution. But for some heroes that they're releasing nowadays, I just don't see a realistic solution in beating them. Like, I'm not saying they're invincible. Don't get me wrong here, but like, the solutions are so few and in between, where you have to work so hard for it. It's not realistic that you can keep countering it, if anything. I think we're getting Stall Ploy 4 soon. Yeah, that's probably the play here. Good night, Yoshiku. Take care, man. With some exceptions, of course, based on if I like the character. Yeah. I usually grow when I see units do the same thing over
I'm
and
no
over again.
longer
Exactly.
upset about Sigurd being broken. Right now, it's just that everything feels right. Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
I think you have schizo.
This banner is an absolute banner, but is it better than the current banner, the one with emblem Ike and Muff?
I think it is. Ugh. Chat, is this the best? You know what? I'll pose the question to guys. They're waiting. I'll pose the question to guys, but I think this is up there with the best banners of the year. Oh wait, there's no one. Okay, I guess we're not discussing it. That's fine. Will we be pulling for Sigurd? I have to pull for Sigurd. You know, Felly, I want you to know this is your fault. If you never donated me money to pull for Emblem Mike, I think I would have quit by now. Because if I didn't pull for Dual Leon, I absolutely would have quit. If I didn't pull enough Dual Leon to use him in Arena, I would have quit. Guys, when I play this game, it's been 7 years. If I can't be competitive, what is the point? What is the point? I don't know about you guys. Whenever I do something long term, I have to be competitive. Otherwise, there's no point in it all along, right? Like that, to strive to do better. Because if I have no drive, why am I still doing it? Is how I always look at these things. And the sad part is, I didn't feel like I was doing anything in Fire Emblem Heroes. Not anymore. Don't you guys feel like that? Because I look back at my first year of playing Fire Emblem Heroes, all those heroes I built don't matter anymore. The second year, don't matter anymore. The third year, don't matter anymore. The fourth year, don't matter anymore. The fifth year, 1 or 2 of them still matter. Even my beloved plus 10 Brave Edelgard, my beloved plus 10 Mythic Sothis, I love those characters, but they get their ass beat nowadays. Like, those characters that I saved so hard for, that I was so hype about getting, that I was so happy about, that I adored so much, they're practically useless nowadays. They're not literally useless, but I'm saying in every competitive mode, if I deployed Brave Edelgard or Mythic Sothis, they just get their asses beat. You know that, right? So when I look back in the recent years of playing this game, I don't even know what I achieved or what I've done. Because at one point, just a couple weeks ago, I fell all the way to tier 17 because without Dual Leon, my entire arena team couldn't beat Felix. Not even a minus attack base Felix. I'm talking about 3 plus 10 heroes. They can't even beat 1 Felix. It was that bad. So yeah, like I was like basically gonna toss my phone out the window at that point because I was just like, what was the point about any of this? And the reality is, like, deep down inside, I know I can play this game another year, 2 years, it doesn't matter. I'll still make no progress. Because whatever progress I made is temporary. It'll be gone. It'll be gone in a year or 2. But yeah. And I know for some people it's okay to not be competitive, but it's just not in me. Literally everything in my life that I've done for multiple years, I've been competitive in. It feels like if you're not... This is gonna sound so stupid if I actually list things out. Like even reading books. Do you guys remember in like middle school, you had like a book club and stuff? I want to be the kid to be the first one to read all the books. Which I actually did. Like even stupid things like that. If I'm gonna do it, I want to be competitive about it. I want there to be some meaning to it, you know. So I've always been this way, and maybe you can say I just have problems, sure. But yeah, so going back to what I was saying, if Felly never donated that money, I would have just got my ass beat even harder. and if I didn't go for Dual Leon, then at this point there was no way I was gonna keep playing. I was just like, what was the point? I should stop donating money for polls. Got it. Oh, Felly. Ugh, you goober. Saying, don't blame Fella, you're just looking for excuses for your weakness. I would have still played and I would have still like shown up to see some like Fade trailers and Fade channels, But I don't think long term I would have kept playing. I think I would just like let myself do nothing in Ether Rage or something like that. I look back on my Marth fondly, always a bench warmer now. Yeah, exactly. Now I can get another form of Soul for Brave Edogar along with Sothis in the future, which doesn't matter because they'll still be bad. Skill issue. Thanks. Thanks, bitch. Sanguine Knight, now compete with me at being a casual. I don't want to be a casual. I wasn't at fault for Dual Leon though. No, you weren't. That was on me. Though I kind of wish I got plus 10 Dual Edogar or Winter Edogar. I would have been just as happy. I win the competition. Winning a casual competition. How ironic is that? Anyways. I was gonna do arena tonight, but I'm kind of tired. Okay, I don't think the guys are gonna come in and chat. It's fine. Competitive casual play is the new meta. I really think it is. Hey, just wonder, how many of you guys would consider yourselves a competitive Fae player at this point? Genuinely curious. Oh, it's Katria. Oh. Is that Katria? Is that really Katria? Man, I don't think so. That doesn't even look like Katria. By the way, I'm gonna talk about this topic, but I guess I'll probably have to script a video instead. Guys, remember when they announced that they were gonna bump our Ether Rates cap up to 400? You guys remember that, right? Why have they still not done it? I know the talk is there's a glitch or something, but it's been weeks.
Guess who the next Resplendent is, lol.
Who? I don't know. Should I know? I'll check it out real quick, one sec. I used to check out Resplendents every couple of weeks, but I stopped doing that. Alright, right now it's Katria, who doesn't really look like Katria. Doesn't she, her eyes look too extreme? She looks like a yandere. Wait. No, it's Pallid that's yandere. Anyways. Oh. I hope my Fae Pass expires before this. I really hope it
The
expires.
man who beat Guts.
No, shut the. You know, I have not watched one single death battle video since Dimitri beat Guts. If for those who were there while we were watching that battle, I never made a video of that because it was too long and I just constantly was on a rant. Why? Anyone who actually read Berserk would realize he would beat Dimitri. Absolutely would beat Dimitri. And the rationale they gave for Dimitri was all bullshit. Like, they memed about giving him that protection ring or whatever the heck it was. They talked about Dimitri from Fire Emblem friggin' Three Hopes or whatever. Like, no, that's a Warriors game. You can't be like, Dimitri would kill hundreds of men by himself with ease. No, you idiots, that's not the same thing. That's not even a canon Fire Emblem game. That's not how the Fire Emblem universe works. You can't just kill hundreds of units by yourself like that. That's not how it works. So they looked at the wrong material and built a Dimitri that doesn't actually exist, casting magical spells and also a Master Lanceman and also doing it, even though, yeah, could he do those things? Yes. Can he do them all at once? No, they can't.
But he can learn healing skills to heal himself.
Okay, well, look at what you guys are doing. Who started this? Who baited my ass here? Now I'm ranting again. This is why I never made that video. It's just me ranting over and over again. I'm gonna sound like a crazy person, but I'm not crazy. I'm speaking the truth. Guts from Berserk is an accurate representation of Guts because it's the core, real, thorough material. If you looked at Guts from the PlayStation 2 game, where you can have equips and whatnot and make him even stronger, then that would be fair. So why did they take Guts from his core, actual material, the Berserk manga, and then Dimitri, and then took all his best sides of Dimitri, which he can't do, because Fire Emblem's a classing game where you have to focus on one class, so you can't be this Dimitri can do magic and be a Master Lanceman and whatever you can't do that. And then they took info from a non-canon game and then made a Super Dimitri that doesn't exist, and then that's the guy who beats Guts. After that, I'd never watch another single death battle, because that shit made no sense. Guys, you know if you made Dimitri, he wouldn't be a magic dude. He wouldn't have magic. Could he do it? Yes. Would you ever do it? Hell no. Yet that's the Dimitri that they thought made sense. Those guys clearly never played a Fire Emblem game, so no thanks. Wait, Muso games count toward a character's power scaling now? That's what they did. They used 3 hopes as a baseline for Dimitri. It was rigged. It made no sense. That's just how they lumped together RPG characters. They did the same for Link and Cloud, I believe. Yes! Yes, they did. So why didn't they do it for Guts? As I mentioned, there is a Berserk video game. Guts in that game is stronger than he is in the manga. If they were gonna do that, they could have been fair. But they weren't. Is he done digging up the dead horse? I legit did mute my stream because the last time we talked about it so long gave me a headache. Casey, I want you to know, there is no one else I respect more than you. In all these years of streaming, no, I respect you more than anyone else because I know you are a good Christian boy and you care. You're a legitimate person. You have a heart, you have a soul, you're probably going to heaven if it even exists. So, I trust you more than anyone else. So when you say something like, if you have nothing positive to say to Fire Emblem Heroes, say about Fire Emblem Heroes, then just say nothing at all. See, I remember your criticisms because I value that much. But you can't shit on me on this because I'm saying the truth. Just... I actually read Berserk. I actually played 3 Hopes. Now I didn't beat 3 Houses, but come on. Ugh, this is stupid. Anyways, whatever. I haven't launched Death Battle since then. What's crazy is that Berserk also has a Muso game. Did they not mention that? No, they didn't. Dawn, that's why I was so pissed off. There were Berserk video games. Why did they not reference that? They looked at Guts purely from the manga perspective, but they took Dimitri and they looked at everything from Dimitri, which made no sense. Hell, 3 Houses, that's what his character was based on when announcing him, and Dimitri had 0 magic. Yeah, but in the actual fight, he was casting magic against Guts, which is insane. I don't know, I don't mind the wonky power scale on Dimitri. He goes from being stronger than Edogar, who souls 2 demonic beasts in a support chain, to followed by a civilian with knife in FE Houses alone. Okay, well that's more concerning, but alright. Sounds like a lot what they did with new Assassin's Creed. They did? I can't believe I missed 24 minutes of Sang's ranting, LMAO. Yeah, I guess.
They did talk about his kid's Muso game.
Then they did not research it well enough. Here. You guys want to see? I don't know if I can find something to show this off really well.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have a really good version of this. It'll probably have to be Guts versus Zod. Probably have to be Guts versus Zod fight. And Here. Okay, so we were talking about the Muso game, so we'll cover this real quick.
Also remember, everyone in Three Houses has a list of spells they can use, so it is part of his character.
No, he casted Blizzard. Or, it was a giant iceberg, man. Like, if you're gonna look at a Muso game, Guts in this game is insane. Like, again, remember, they were talking about, so in the video themselves, they were making a big deal out of like, oh, Guts, once upon a time, killed 100 men in a night. And then they pointed out to how Dimitri killed 100 men easily because of the Muso game. But then that doesn't make any sense. Why don't you just look at the Muso games involved? Like, 100 men just died in front of Griffith right now. Right? Like, look at Guts in this game. This is not how he actually is. You can't take a Muso game version of a character and take how they work. He just killed everybody in one shot. Like, it doesn't make sense to do it like this.
Frostland Sangs.
Okay. I mean, they were saying it was like a nuke, so whatever. We watched a couple times. Where's the PS2 fight? Listen, I know a lot of people like never read Berserk, and so if you only know about Dimitri and how good Dimitri is, then you would just say like, oh, Dimitri wins. But the reality is like, I think a lot of people know this already, but the reference for Ike is literally Guts. They basically recreated Guts for Fire Emblem. That's how much they valued, like, that character. You know. Well, this isn't the crazy parts of the fight. But, like, the way they talked about Dimitri in the death battle is like, he's basically a Super Saiyan. Of how fast he moves and just practically teleporting and whatnot, which is bullshit. But again, they based off the wrong game, because that's not realistic of what he's gonna do. So again, depending on the style of game, like we just saw Guts in a Muso game and now Guts in a PS2 game, right? And the Guts in this game can do things the Guts in the manga can't do, or do combinations that Guts can't do. So it wouldn't really be realistic. Man, they made the comic look so pretty back then. Also what happened earlier, I wasn't looking, you had to restart stream, did Wi-Fi couldn't die? Oh, if you're talking about right at start, then yeah. This stupid rehash? What the fuck? Alright, man, whatever. That wasn't even a rehash, but alright. Whatever, man. I didn't even talk about that last time, but alright.
It mostly came down to the fact the armor kills Guts and Dimitri can heal himself, it happens.
Guys. Why are we pretending Dimitri's a master healer? If it makes you feel better, I like your rants. I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. But I feel like most people never read Berserk, and most people only know Fire Emblem, which is why they're just happy a Fire Emblem character won. But as somebody who's like, you know, clearly been a part of both communities and both fandoms, this is not even a question to me who wins. It has been asked, can Emblem Sigurd beat Ike and or Felix? He should win. What beats Ike is AoEs, which he does. What beats Felix is also AoEs, which he does. So I think he wins those pretty easily. But to be fair, Guts has a more respectable ending than some combats do in Death Battle LMFO. Do we really know the extent of Guts' armor? Because I read Berserk up until he got on the boat, and he got stuck on the boat forever. Because they went on hiatus. And I don't think the mysteries of his armor were fully uncovered at the time. So that's why I felt like they went with a lot of incomplete data, whereas they extrapolated a lot of data from Dimitri. Me coping for Goku while he was 0-2 already. He'll win one. Wait, Goku hasn't won? I thought Goku beat Superman or something. These rants are just normal. Man, am I not even allowed to have opinions anymore? Or whatever, guys. It's so freaking ridiculous.
Good morning.
I would have thought, as somebody who, like, you know, gone through these things, like, you could easily tell has been through these two things, it would be fair. Ooh, this is actually really annoying. Another face stream, another Noms rant classic. Oh my god. Ugh.
I've got this.
All his fights have been Goku versus Superman. Wait, he didn't beat Superman? I heard he lost the first fight, and I heard he got a rematch. You're telling me he lost a rematch? That can't be right, can it? Isn't the entire idea of being a Saiyan to win the rematch?
Let's rumble.
Ready.
Am I up?
I bestow my blessing.
He lost both rematches? Well, that sucks. Oh my god, I still lose that fight? God damn, that's all. It's pretty much confirmed at this point that Death Battle doesn't do the research they claim they do. The Green Lantern vs. Ben 10 fight showed me that. I don't think they do the research properly either, so... I haven't watched them since. And I don't think I'll ever watch them again. I've watched their fights in the past. I always thought it was, like, dubious. You guys know, like, in an actual fight... This is gonna sound crazy, because you're just like, oh, you're just some face streamer. You know, in an actual fight, you can sometimes win and sometimes lose. I know they have to somehow decide a winner, and I get that.
Billy's Guts beat Nightmare.
The glimmer of life.
Guts beat Nightmare? From what? Like, the Ultra Instinct is his new one? I would hope the new Goku can win that fight.
It will be done.
Guts beat... Oh, from Soul Calibur. That's because you spelled Nightmare wrong. You wrote K-N-I-G-H-T.
Like this.
That's why I had no idea who you were talking about. Yeah. So here's the thing about Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur isn't a ridiculous game. Like, its power scaling and whatnot is pretty fair. Alright, take care, ISG. I don't even know who ISG is.
Trust me.
I'm gonna surround her.
Yes.
I
like
bestow
that.
my blessing.
I've got this.
Good morning.
Normally, I don't take fights where I lose a hero on, but I don't care anymore.
Most one-sided death battle was Red and Charizard vs Tai and Agumon Laurel.
I'm assuming Tai and Agumon won that, right? That fight would never happen because, you know, their data. But if they could fight, Agumon would win that easily.
It will be done.
The glimmer of life.
I bestow my blessing.
Maybe this way. Death's caress. Cute, right?
Like, Charizard would turn to effing dust? Exactly. It was funny how they claimed that Omnitrix has no way of stopping someone from cutting his arm off or killing him before he can transform, while showing clips of episode that literally stated that it actually does do that. Oh.
I've got this.
Well, it's not like I don't understand. You guys know when someone becomes a big YouTuber, they stop doing their own work. Haven't you guys seen channels where you follow for years and all of a sudden it's not the same guy anymore?
Like this.
Trust me.
You've seen that before, right? Like, I used to watch a movie recap channel, but its creator, you know, got so big and so rich, he just hired someone else to do the voiceovers. And even before that, it was very obvious that he'd stopped writing the scripts by himself. It happens a lot, so I don't, like, you get to a certain size and you're just there to do the bare minimum is how it works. And it's not like I don't get that, like, that's normal, but yeah. So the guys who are putting together the video, who are scripting, are not the guys who are reading them out loud, which is why they're not gonna pick up on things that don't make sense if they don't know about it personally. Soul Calibur 2, the GOAT, one of the best fighting games. I love Soul Calibur 2. I'm actually a Nightmare main myself. By the way, the reason why I think Nightmare would lose to Guts is because despite the fact that Nightmare is insanely strong and he gets stronger, he's actively fighting against the curse. So there are a lot of times when Siegfried like takes back a little bit of control and Nightmare doesn't get to do exactly what he wants to do, or Soul Calibur doesn't get to do what it wants to do. And another thing is, Nightmare is tiny. Nightmare is like 5'6". Guts is like 6'8" or something like that. So even if he's really freakishly strong, he has a lot of inherent weaknesses. And the low reach, and Nightmare's not actually fast, per the video games and whatnot. Whereas Guts, thanks to his armor, can actually have good burst of speed. Like, it's easy to see that one's a realistic win for Guts. And again, I say that as somebody who literally mains Nightmare and played through various Soul Caliburs. Keelik was your favorite? Yeah, I like Keelik. Usually the really haughty guys. Of course. I like playing Keelik as well. Will you watch Edogar vs Kylo Ren when it comes out? Why do you want me to do that? If Kylo Ren wins that, I don't even know how I'll take it. In my honest opinion, Kylo Ren is like the worst villain in Star Wars I've ever seen. And then people might retort, that's because he wasn't a villain. Okay. Sure. Doesn't change how shitty of a character he was. Did you guys watch New Trilogy? The New Trilogy is so disappointing. It was written by J.J. Abrams, and J.J. seemed obsessed with not following any continuity and just redoing everything however he wanted to. Are you trying to bait me to rant about Kylo Ren now? Ugh, Casey, you're being such a dick. Whatever, man. As I explained, I was even talking about the same things, but whatever. You just hear words. I remember watching the last movie in the theaters. Oh god, Teresa. The last Star Wars movie had one of the worst endings I've ever seen. Alright, let's do 2 quick polls. Is it the same thing that Rian Johnson did in the new trilogy? Oh yeah, they switched directors partway through and it was still bad. Rogue One was good. But I saw an article recently about Rogue One. They were saying Rogue One was causing issues at Disney? Why are there issues? Blue? Blue? Blue or green, I think. Alright, bottom right. Rip James Earl Jones. Yeah, the VA of Darth Vader. I'm being dick. I just friggin' did the beacon thing in SOC like a friggin' good officer should. I posted it in Guild. You can't do that to me! Now you're really being a dick. You can't do that, man! Guys, has this ever happened to you? Someone says something to you, and it's just unacceptable to you. It's just wrong. It shouldn't be said. Man. I know I give terrible analogies, but just imagine this. You're with a friend after a long, hard day's work. You're out for dinner, and your friend says you gained some weight. I think you've grown a bit fat. And you retort, no, you're the fat one here. And he audibly gasps and says he just spent the last 6 hours volunteering at the local orphanage. And before that, he was at soup kitchens for 3 hours. He has donated all he has to charities, to the welfare of others. And he is even an organ donor. So that even if he dies from a heart attack right now, he'll still be saving more lives than you ever will. And you're just like, well, I was just shooting back, man. That's only happened a couple times in my life when you retort and someone takes something like completely not in subject and bring it back, and you're just like, what am I supposed to say anymore? Thanks, Casey, for finding the code. You the best, man. Oh man. Good for you, you're still fast. Okay, well, not everyone is so nice as I guess. You can't win against me. I just admitted defeat. I said thank you for being a good officer. I didn't even say your opinion on anything was wrong either. I just think it was worth arguing about a stupid death battle video. I'm not arguing it. There's no one here arguing against it. They might... Look. You don't have to hold the same opinion as someone. You don't have to believe in the same things. Which means you also don't have to argue it. Like, I'm not arguing anything. It's happened, and I'm not trying to change anyone's minds. Nor is anyone trying to change my mind. So, there really is no argument. I'm just ranting about it because it got brought up. But I'm not gonna argue about it, because there's nothing to argue about.
Die and serve.
So, and you got, Summer Fjorm? Yeah, I did. But that was the only one I picked up. I haven't picked up I haven't picked up a Form of Soul since they announced the Legendary Heroes thing, and even though they turned it back, I haven't been excited about making a Legendary Hero since then. All right, I wanted to start a new gacha tonight, but I made a new rule for myself to try and get 8 hours of sleep. So it's already not gonna happen, but 7 to 8 hours. We can at least still get 7 hours. Is there anything big happening in Fire Emblem Heroes? By the way, do you guys care if I do the data mine or not? I haven't been doing the data mine because it starts too late, and the majority of the benefit of the data mine is if I make a video out of it, which I haven't done for like a year now. So that's why I stopped doing them, because it'll ruin my sleep schedule, and I don't get to do anything with it anyways. Hero Mystic, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, welcome. Yeah, and then if it's one hero, it's even goofier, because we already saw his stats. Like, who wants to question whether he'll have a super boon in attack or something? It's more about, like, the other details, like if it's a Hall of Forms or something. That gets a bit more interesting.
The void takes.
But thank you, Hero. Thank you for following. Data mines for single units are not worth covering. Okay. Thank you for your highly valued opinion, which I agree with. I feel like I should just stop trying to do. No, I feel like the future of my channel is just to make rant videos about everything. I have seen the light after today.
Leave it to me.
I will be making videos soon. I actually, right now, I'm working on a sponsored gacha video. But I do want to get back into scripting and writing videos. It's been a long time. Maybe your future is join Hololive. The male Hololive members kind of never take off. They kind of struggle all the time. At this point, it doesn't matter. The Green Lantern is so stupidly powerful. The only way Ben 10 would win is by using Alien X fast enough to wipe him from reality. Okay, I don't even know where you're going with that, but sure. Video essays tend to do well anyways. Not video essays. Those take too long. I feel like short videos with a clear and short point, is probably the best way to do things going forward.
Where is my future?
Because if I'm gonna still stay in the gacha sphere, I think that's the only way to do things. I don't really think I want to ever make guides or anything like that. Guides, video essays. Those take so much work. I don't really know if that's the play if you're gonna be a streamer. Hey, yeah, a 10-minute video is not bad. Do you guys know 10-minute videos are now considered long-form videos? I'm sorry, what? People consider 10-minute videos long-form. How? Does that even make any sense? Oh, it's a new Teo.
I see.
Your orders.
I'm gonna get my butt kicked now.
I am here. So hot.
Do not linger.
Wow. New alien heroes are kicking my ass.
As you command.
Or, yeah.
Unavoidable.
Leave it to me.
It'll come full circle back to 2007 YouTube where 10 minutes was long. Okay. Okay. Anyways, tomorrow we'll continue tomorrow we'll continue our subathon. You know, I've wanted to date hot guys on stream. And I think tomorrow we finally get to do that. Not to mention tomorrow we'll start the new Gacha game, which I keep putting off, but I need to do soon so I can have footage for the new Gacha video. Alright. Feel like that's a plan. Congrats. Thanks, Gage. I'm gonna play a Bishoujo game. I wonder if we can sway someone. Oh, Lightning. Oh, Lightning. Are you ready, Lightning? Are you ready to see how big I've gotten? To know the feeling of a real pee-pee? To have it dropped all on your dumb face? Are you ready? Oh! Not only did I smash you,
My C.
that's a real pee-pee. 14 inches. By 9. Playing Love in Deep Space? What? No, not Love in Deep Space. Should I make that a... So for our subathon, we have a goal. I'll try a gacha game of you guys' choice. Would you guys want me to try something like Love in Deep Space? We actually have a couple of people who actually play games
My
like that.
C.
Where is my future?
Your luck, it's cold. Well, thanks. Wow. What? Wait. We're on hard.
Here I
Hold
go.
up. Guys. Here's my Fjorm. Icebound Brand, Frostbite Mirror, Attack Speed Finish 4, Lagoose Friend 4, Times Pulse 4, Speed Res Finish. Against a level 30 Marnie, and I lose? Now I'm regretting getting the Fjorm Forma. You know Fjorm is only just over a year old. My god. Wait, is it 2 years now? I can't even beat a 4-star. I can't even be a level 30 4-star. That ain't right. It was summer last year, so it's just been over a year and I can't beat her
Do
anymore.
not linger.
As you command.
Yeah, but she's
If
level...
anyone says to play New Carnival, don't do it.
Here.
What's New Carnival?
So hot.
What the hell?
Your orders.
I feel faint.
That's ridiculous. She's level 30 though, man. I guess levels don't matter anymore either. I got Fjorm Forma, tried her one season ARO, and was like, yeah, this sucks, never touched her since, yeah. Anyways, like everybody else, I'm gonna build a Marnie. You're all building Marnies, right?
Leave it to me.
Wasn't there a movie called Marnie and Me? You're all building Marnies, right? I don't even think this team can do it. This is just some random team I'm playing around with. That's Marley and me. Casey! It's a sad one, the dog. Yeah, I remember it's the sad one, the dog. Casey!
Unavoidable.
What is with you tonight? Correcting me on everything.
To me.
Shake my head.
Here I go.
Just tell me it's Marley and
Marnie's weapon and
Marnie
death are cracked
and just tell me it's Marnie and me. When Marnie was there as the Ghibli film. You little dick. What is this? It's Marnie and Me. It's a short film made sometime after Engage's release about Marnie and a dog, and by the end of it the dog dies. And Marnie was the dog. That's a movie I remember.
Guys, I think he's broken Kappa.
I'm not broken, you're broken.
Happy.
New year.
You just don't remember Marnie. Marnie and Me. It's Marley and Me, no, it's Marnie and Me. The Fire Emblem Engage movie.
There is something similar going on in the actual Engage plot.
There is? Is it also Marnie and Me? You know I write about movies and stuff for a living, right?
What's the plan?
Let's rumble.
At your command.
What happened to you?
Am I up?
You used to be fun. You used to make mistakes and be wrong.
Where is my future?
I believe in this fight.
Alright.
Don't get too excited about Marnie. In 3 months, she'll be the new Murdoch.
I know.
What's the plan?
You know, that's what I'm scared about the most, that she's just the next Murdoch. I really like
My
her,
pleasure.
but I also have the good idea that she's gonna suck
At your
ass,
command.
just like Murdoch. Do you guys remember how we reacted to Murdoch? Oh man, we were so excited. I was so happy. We thought so much of him, and then it didn't matter at all.
Emblem, engage!
Alright, I guess I'll build her, because she scores really well. I didn't do that data mine. I don't even know everything about her. All I did was read her acts,
Where is my
which seemed really
future?
impressive. But
My
I hadn't really
pleasure.
had a chance to think about it yet.
What's the plan?
I won't question you if you correct me on accounting facts. Okay. Here are some accounting facts, chat. Tax evasion is legal. Everyone does it. Especially those making under $100,000. You think the IRS wants to break in your house to find the money in your piggy bank? No. No, they don't.
Am I up?
They'll just let it go. In fact,
Enough.
you should get paid only in cash and pay for things only in cash. Where am I going with this? And it's not robbery if you don't get caught. Just remember those things. Well, the vampire system must be true.
My pleasure.
Don't listen to this boast. Oh crap, we have a real accountant here. Hey, bye, Super. How you doing?
I believe in this fight.
Let's rumble.
What's the plan?
I want everyone to know tax evasion has been legal since 1862. All right, we got Marnie and me. I'm gonna help you laugh when anything happens to me. Let me ask you guys this: who is the most famous tax evader of all time? Think about it. Is it Donald Trump? Is it Rudy Giovanni? What's his name? His lawyer. No. It's none of those guys. Those guys are chumps compared to this man. Or this thing. What does it count as? It's Yoshi! We've known Yoshi to be a tax evading lizard? Dinosaur? For how many decades now? And never once has he been taken in. I've never ever heard about Yoshi being arrested for tax evasion. And we've known all along. That's because Yoshi, as a dinosaur, as a sentient dinosaur that doesn't even speak, doesn't make enough money for the IRS to go after him. It's true. That's why tax evasion. The churches. Well, that's actually a really good answer. Yeah, you know what? Churches should not be tax exempt. That actually shouldn't be a thing, but it actually is. Churches have long been a way. The church and how it influences government is kind of insane when you look into it. You'll never take Yoshi alive. You're right. You're right. They also probably know they'll never take Yoshi alive. That's why they don't try.
I will give it my all.
We don't know because they're probably still getting away with it. Right, and the biggest tax evaders probably still get away with it. Very, very nice. It's like, who's the greatest serial killer of all time?
Heading out.
Probably some guy they never caught.
As you command.
I can do it.
Yeah, they should be taxed. You know, let me ask you guys this. If God himself, if he were real, came down to Earth, like into, say, America, do you not think he would be taxed?
Sure. Wait, what?
He would 100% be
I
taxed.
understand.
They'll make a new God tax. Or a new alien tax when the alien invaders come, you know? It makes sense to me.
Which way?
Leave it to me.
What the hell?
Heading out.
As you command.
What if God was one of us, just a slob like one of us, just a stranger on a bus trying to make his way home?
Wait, what?
That doesn't sound very godly, though.
I will give it my all.
Your orders.
Are you sure?
I see you're still a professional yapper. Thank you, Botch. That's the kindest words you've ever said to me. I love this song by Seesaw. Have you heard of Chitan, Japan's crazy mascot? Why? What did Chitan do? The best way to avoid taxes is to become a cult leader? You know, the best way to be a top-tier streamer is to become a cult leader as well. Why are people against starting cults anyways? I think everyone should start a cult. You make more money as a leader, but you have more fun as a follower, you know? I mean... Wait, that was the lyrics to a song? I actually legitimately did not know that. What song is that from?
I can fight.
Oh,
too.
Chitan might be Jesus? Is that true? Is that a Beatles song? I actually did not know the lyrics to that song. What? Hold up. Was Sugma right for once? People need to clip that
Leave it to me.
so we can remember that he actually was right once upon a time. Joan Osborne? Oh. I listen to a lot of music, but there's a period of music that I really don't listen to. And that's the period.
I can do it. You got it.
You know, being Canadian, I'm well aware of like Rush, for example. But even then, I think bands like that are too old for me.
Sure.
There's like a period of music. I think from the 70s to the 80s. I think it's too old for me.
Heading out. Are you sure?
Even Yoshi has someone for Christmas and has been on the run for ages.
Wait, what?
He still gets higher too. Alright, anyways, I think we're about done.
Running a shady religion can't be easy. That's why it's difficult.
Is it? Chat. You know we're all aware of cults, right? Like, they're all around us. Like, Christianity, that's definitely a cult. No. But, by the definition of cult, doesn't Scientology fit it? But we all know, like, who's the most famous Scientologist? Tom Cruise. I love Tom Cruise. But, like, no one's gonna go after Tom Cruise and put him in jail for Scientology. Not to mention that entire organization. Like, there are plenty of cults. God is not something any mortal would ever surpass or kill him but Lucifer. Okay, I'm gonna stop reading that one. Ritual, thank you for dropping on by. Welcome. Let me give you a shout out. What are you up to?
Leave it to me.
He missed it? Wait, what? That was back in 1995. The song's even referenced one of the Austin Powers movies. Dr. Evil sings it? Oh, I really have no idea.
I will give it my all.
I have watched some of Austin
I
Powers.
can do it. You
Tarantula, thank you for gifting. Anyways, I'm gonna call it night soon. I'm really tired. Thank you, Tarantula, for being so supportive, for being the MVP. I think you gifted the most subs by far. But thank you so much.
Your orders.
I need to make sure we go to bed on time tomorrow and actually have a really nice stream tomorrow.
Leave it to me.
I think the song also appeared in Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey. I'm scared, chat. Sugma being right is so wrong. Chat, have you ever felt like you would rather be wrong than someone else be right? Like, what if Sugma became my doctor and I was diagnosed with cancer and I went to Sugma for a second opinion and he said, "You're going to live." And then I say, "No, that can't be true. You can't be right. I'm going to die." And I would rather be dead. Okay, these are terrible. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up before I say something that gets me canceled. Alright, well. I feel like it's easy to understand. You know? Sometimes it's just not worth being not worth being wrong even when you want to be wrong. Yeah, we're good. The hopelessness, the despair. Yes, that's how I feel dealing with Sugma every day. The unwillingness? Okay, I don't know where you're going with that, but alright. I need to switch my team, huh? I think it still does okay. I'm tier 19, and it's Kranya week. Man. You guys still care about getting crowns every season? Sugma is right, the song isn't a Bruce Almighty. It's Casey. No, Casey. Some things don't have to be said. Like, acknowledging that Sugma got something right. You should just do what people on Reddit do. Or Twitter do. Say something insane and wrong, and then once people prove you're wrong, just delete your message. Take no accountability. Especially if it means Sugma's right. You wanna get to 200 crowns? I'm 21 away. What do you have? I probably should do a stream where I add more people. This makes me so sad about how many people quit. So that said, though, there's some people who still play in the game that I'm surprised haven't quit. Wow. The crazy thing is some of you guys have not played this game for like 4 weeks plus and are still watching the stream. Yeah, I definitely gotta remove people. I don't blame them. I don't blame them either. But it's so many people, man. I feel like this year in Fire Emblem Heroes, it turned more people off than ever before. Did I remove Sugma or just forgot who he was? Yeah. 173, so I have a 6 lead. Things started going downhill with the Toon Heroes? I think I was going downhill before even the Toon Heroes, but I feel like this past 12 months has been terrible in terms of power creep, which is breaking the game, which has burned people out even faster. Accelerated burnout. I legit blame Emblem Ike and Emblem Celica. They broke AR. They broke AR, they broke Summer Duels, they broke Arena. They broke so many things. The game became unplayable. Like, I was really close in quitting in the last 6 weeks because I felt like there was nothing I could do in the game. And I felt like the only way to do anything in the game was to spend money. Which is true. I don't think that's untrue. The only way it changed was I just bit my lips and took it up. Well, no, wait. I just took the L's and I saved enough orbs to get and hoped for a banner. The miracle banner being for Dual Leon. And now with a +8 Dual Leon, things are okay. With this guy, things are okay. But if I didn't have this guy, things would be miserable. I honestly think it started to really die for me when they started power creeping units within a few months of release. Yeah. I think last year around Vigard, I already thought the power creep was really bad. It wasn't even last year. Vigard's over the year now. Alright, whatever. When units lasted for 1 year, I was fine with that. That was my minimum expectation as well, but they didn't do that much. Alright, let's call it a night. I'll do the other stuff I promised to do tomorrow, so I can sleep on time. It's so lonely around here, chat. It is just me and Fire Emblem Heroes. All my friends have quit. Who I actually thought it was okay to make an effect that lets every nuke possible warp into your backline. Some idiot at Faye. I'll raid Roy Roo. I will say night raid. I am too tired to think of something. Yes, I'm gonna sleep early so I can actually like edit a video and stuff in the morning. I'm gonna get 6 hours plus of sleep, maybe even 7. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I'll be back tomorrow. Subathon will continue tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll actually get to do some goals. I don't think I'll be covering data mine because it's just one hero and it involves staying up really, really late. But I'm hoping we can have a really good end of the week, so we can get all the way to Monday and have a really strong end to Subathon. You sleep early. I watched a video about the power of sleep, and I'm gonna try to get 8 hours of sleep. It used to be a point of pride to not need that much sleep, but as of late, I feel like I've just been a zombie, and vampires are not zombies, even if they are undead. So, I don't want to become less. I want to become more. I'm gonna try sleeping 8 hours. I think if I sleep 8 hours, I can fully unlock my brain and solve cancer. Or at least become a better content creator. While solving cancer at the same time. Anyways, I want to see how it feels like to have no brain fog and to be at 100% mental capacity and not stutter words and stuff. Anyways, good night, Lightning. Brain bad, think bad. Okay. Good night, Felly, love you. Good night, Bicycle, love you. Good night, Andre. Good night, Teresa. Good night, Ryan. Good night, everyone.